The Mobile Surgical Services bus is dedicated to providing health services to people outside of the country's main centres. The bus travels daily from town to town, bringing with it state-of-the-art medical supplies and expertise to rural New Zealand. At 20 metres long, 4.5 metres wide and more than 4 metres tall, the $5 million bus drew a lot of attention at this year's Field Days, where it and its medical wares were on display.
The concept behind Mobile Surgical Services is around share mobile. If you don't use a piece of equipment every day, don't bolt it to the ground. Now, the traditional way that health deals with that is if you require something, you bolt it to the ground, but you don't use it very often. So here we've got an example of efficient uses of resources.
The bus performs low-risk elective day surgery at 22 rural sites up and down the country, bringing in local expertise when it needs to. The argument goes that one high-tech medical bus, constantly moving throughout rural New Zealand, saves a lot more compared to having expensive medical equipment that is seldom used in provincial hospitals.
And they're usually a local-ish surgeon. So for example in Taumarunui, the surgeons and anaesthetists come from Hamilton. So we may be told 3 or 4 months in advance that we require a general surgeon for a hernia list, so we'll go and speak to a surgeon in Hamilton and they'll come down for the day, operate and then go back home at night. It's a very efficient way of moving people around the countryside. So far we've done 13,000 operations in the almost 10 years we've been going.
And at Field Days, in addition to identifying several young farmers with high blood pressure, the bus carried out at least one more operation.
So a guy came in to have his eye checked, and he was looking in the ophthalmologist was looking in his eyes and could see a big hunk of metal in there. He'd been grinding the day before and a bit of metal had flicked into his eye. So she saw it and came and got a GP from in here, and the GP's gone in there and had to dig it out. Not something we were expecting.
While the Mobile Surgical Services fleet is contracted to provide healthcare throughout the country by the Ministry of Health, it was initially set up by one of our very well-known New Zealanders who would prefer to remain completely anonymous. Their generosity means now Kiwis even in the remotest areas can receive top-quality healthcare. The bus is joined in convoy by a mobile satellite bus which allows specialists in urban centres to speak with its rural patients via video link. Benedict Collins, Country 99 TV News.